salvation word. We serving our lust. We serving fornication. We serving adultery. We serving murder, hatred. We serving everything but God. Read.
To keep the commandments.
But that's the part a lot of people got a problem with. Now, the question should be, if it said he shall save or redeem his people, the God of Israel, and we just heard my people is who?
Israel.
My people, Israel. So is God coming back to save everybody? I know Christianity is in your brain and you fighting back because this man will want you to believe. Of course he coming to save everybody. But he right here, who is this right here? Not my sister right here. Who is this? You don't know? Have you ever seen any of these images? Now she's shaking her head. Yeah, who is this, my little sister? She said Jesus Christ. Now look, mama said, no the hell it ain't. No the hell it ain't. Now look, she don't know. Revelations 1-14 gonna tell you though. Don't drop Luke 1-68, but I cannot not show you the truth of the Bible. Christ is a black man.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord. Now watch me read it for ourselves. Revelations 1-14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs.
Now look, it said, my sister right here, come look at these two images. It said his head and his hairs
were white like wool.
Now it says we're white like wool. What kind of texture, what race of people have woolly hair? Look, she's smiling because she knows. Who got that woolly hair? Look at mine. Look at his. His just braid. Yeah, that's right there, perfect. Look at them two, got woolly hair. Who got, what? Do these people got woolly hair? So which one of these people got woolly hair? Okay, now you learn it, read.
As white as snow.
Now, when we get older, what color is our hair gonna turn? It's gonna turn white, right? Have you ever, only time his hair turn white is when he's fat and he talk about coming to the gym. They call him Santa Claus. How did same dude get to be Jesus and Santa Claus? Come on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Now his eyes as a flame of fire because Christ drank wine. Right. Have you ever seen this image have red eyes? He always got blue eyes. So strike one. The Bible said that Christ will have white woolly hair. That's not him. Strike two, his eyes will be red. He got blue eyes. That's strike two, read.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now it said his feet like unto fine brass. Now my sister, if I look at the top of my feet and all y'all feet, y'all been swimming before, right? You all went to the pool, been in the pool before. Is your feet green and the rest of your body brown? Is your feet the same color as the rest of your body? So if his feet was brown, read.
As if they burned in a furnace.
Now my sister, if you burn anything, what color do it turn? Dark, right? Turn black. So now, if his feet was dark brown, black, if Christ had black feet, what colors was his arms and his face and his body? Thank you! That shows you Christ is a black man. Right. And it should put a big old smile on your face. Go to Deuteronomy 33:29. This how you gonna find out. Hey, blue hoodie. Hey, Azrael. Azrael, tell him, come here. Don't ask the question because we still on the topic. You think, you mentioned that Christ, what he said, what was his question? Salvation, right, salvation. So now listen to this, Deuteronomy 33:29.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 29. Happy art thou.
It said what?
Happy art thou.
It said what?
Happy.
Happy. That's how you felt when you find out that the black Messiah looked like you.
Right.
They lied and changed the image to make you believe that this right here was the truth of the Bible. Meanwhile, you have never seen nowhere in the Bible that they describe Christ, who died for the Israelites. He didn't die for everybody. And you felt what?
Happy.
That's how you felt. That's how I felt. When I found out that the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, was a black man, I felt happy too. Read.
Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by the Lord.
See that? It said, happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee. Y'all know about that famous song Kendrick Lamar make it, they not like us. Y'all know that already. But it says, who is like unto thee? Nobody is wise as us. Nobody's strong as us.
Right.
Nobody's smart as us.
Right.
That's why they will create laws to make it difficult for our lives.
That's right.
They find out you want to get in a trucking company. Oh, we got to change the laws. Too many Negroes buying trucks. They find out you want to get into an education. Oh, we need to change it to become a lawyer. You got to take a SAT, ACT. You got to get into all these damn tests that you got to take in order to get to where they at. And you know why we got to work justice? Why we got to work 10 times harder to get the crumbs?
Bring it out.
You heard that lady today, Jasmine Crockett. She said it live on TV. Jasmine Crockett said, I got more credentials than all y'all at this table combined. And I know I have to work harder than y'all to get to where you at. And they couldn't say nothing. All they could do was, yeah. That's because who is what?
Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee.
Now the question should be, who is Israel? My sister? Who is Israel? Is Israel the white people? No, it's not. You know something. Who is Israel? Tell my sister right here. Who is Israel? That's us. Now I'm going to ask you, sis, how's it? Say it again. Say it again. Who is Israel? You don't know? You knew this already? Okay, you teaching her. Okay, great. Read.
Who is like unto thee, all people saved by the Lord.
See that? We the only people that's going to be saved by the Lord. Read.
The shield of thy help.
Now go back to Luke 1 and 69 we at? Luke 1 and 69. Yeah.
The book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 69. And hath raised up in horn.
Verse 68.
Verse 68.
Now look, before y'all leave, because I know y'all gonna go Deuteronomy 10 and 12 then, because you ain't going nowhere. You said you teaching her this. You know this already, right? Okay, Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And then I'm gonna let y'all go, because this is something that y'all gotta be informed on. Read.
And now, Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel.
Now, oh Israel, you know that. You know you from the tribe of Judah. You heard about the Israelites today. Read.
What doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
So now, that wisdom that you got, it comes with a price. God didn't give you that for free. It says, what does the Lord require of you? Just like her. You require her to get good grades in school. You require her to keep her room clean. And if she don't listen and be obedient to you, what's going to happen? She looked at it. You want me to tell her mama? You want me to tell? Don't tell her. But we know, black people know in their house.
Right.
If you don't listen to mama, what's going to happen? You're going to get in trouble. Thanks. It's okay. My kids know what it is. Come on.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
So you got to fear God.
To walk in all his ways.
Now you got to walk in his ways.
And to love him.
And you got to love him. If you love me, keep my commandments. Read.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Serving is an action word. We serving our lust. We serving fornication. We serving adultery. We serving murder, hatred. We serving everything but God. Read.
To keep the commandments.
But that's the part a lot of people got a problem with. It said to what?
To keep the commandments.
Deuteronomy 22 and 5. So in order for us to serve God and keep the commandments, I'm going to show you a commandment. Because you came up and said, okay, I understand this already. I was just showing her. Okay, show her this too.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not.
Now it said, the woman shall not
wear.
You can't put something on. The woman shall not wear. That means you cannot have the mindset and say, God don't care about how I dress and what I put on. It just said, the woman shall not wear
that which pertaineth unto a man.
Now I'm going to ask you, sis, what is it that God said a woman can't wear that belongs to men? Pants. She looked down at her. Oh, yeah, you put them on this morning. Yes. It said the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man. We didn't know either. All our wives, before we came into the understanding of the Israelites, some of them ain't even wear pants. They wore short shorts, booty shorts, skirt, like all kind of stuff. The Bible is the only way that we are to conduct and command our lives to be. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So it said that all that do so are abomination to the Lord thy God.
Right.
Now, I'm going to tell you this. If you ever worked like a corporate job or worked somewhere where they required a uniform, was you willing to change your uniform for that job? Huh? It didn't last long, but to work there, did you put a uniform on? You have before, right? Just like me. I didn't work plenty of jobs before. Here go your apparel. They give you orientation. You put the job on. The point I want to prove is that when it comes to God, we all of a sudden want to fight and pull back. We want to pull back. So around 15, 13, we want to pull back. But when it comes to that job, we'll put the uniform on then. When it comes to the doctor, you will say, hey, here go your prescription. Go pick it up at Walgreens. This one is going to be ready. And then you got to be like, Mom, can you drop me off? No, I got to go pick my prescription up. My doctor said I can't. We do all of that, but when it comes to the Lord, we say, look, this is what you can't wear. Now to say we want to be like, nah, I don't know about that. Why would we do that? What makes you think what's new? Why you think we do that? Why you think we do that? She want to answer. Why you think? Why you think? Okay, listen to this. It said, for all that do so are abomination to the Lord thy God.
Sirach chapter 15, verse 13. The Lord hateth all abomination.
It said the what?
The Lord hateth all abomination.
Now, it said the Lord hated all abomination. Now, if the Lord said when a man put on women dresses like Medea, that Tyler Perry, Sinead Nay, and all that, white chicks and all of that, he said, and even Russell Westbrook wearing skirts, all these rappers today, all of them dressing like women, and the women dressing like men. It said the Lord what?
The Lord hated all abomination.
Now I'm going to ask you, my sister, what is it that you should wear if the Bible just said, the Lord said you can't wear that? And he hates abomination. You walking in abomination right now. And the Lord said he hates that. So what should you do? 1 Timothy 2 and 9. What you got to do? What you got to do? I'm going to ask you, because y'all both of y'all said y'all know y'all Israelites, y'all know this already. So now it says the Lord requires you to serve him, to fear him, to walk in his commandments, right? So there has to be some change brought forth, right or wrong. Right? So now, sis, this is what you got to do. 1 Timothy 2 and 9.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Now look, sis, it said women adorn themselves in what? I don't think you was listening. It said what?
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
What type of apparel?
Modest apparel.
So what should y'all be wearing? Somebody pull up Daughters of Sarah Instagram or something. I'm going to let y'all go, but I want you to stop by. My brother going to show you exactly how the women of God dress. And it says modest apparel. Modest apparel is when you're not drawing sexual attention. And you may believe that you have a hoodie on, a coat on, and in the world, Romans 12 and 2, we think that, oh no, I'm covered up. I got pants on, I got boots on, I got a jacket on. You can't reveal your curves in your body. This is why the Lord said what? The man wear the pants. It put a spirit on you. Don't you see a lot of these women that's dominant and masculine? They want to say they don't need a man. I'm equal to the man. I can do it all by myself. That's not the spirit we're supposed to be rolling in.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word